thousand likes or whatever, and all these people that's created their CBD businesses and these products like have posted on it, and I can't log into my account. I tried to, go through I got rid of that phone, and I tried to contact Zuckerberg about it. I took a picture, and I had this. He said you got to write down this number, So I wrote down this number, took a picture with it, sent it to him. They still won't let me get into that account, which is pretty upsetting because all these people are, posting on there how my infographics that I put in my original infographics have, changed their life, and how they started their whole business based off of my, off of the things that I had put on there initially, and other patients that have foregone, chemotherapy treatments and or chemotherapy drugs, and several things like that. Actually, let me go ahead and log into it real quick. I'll log into my Facebook, and then we can go over and visit it real quick. Let me see what I'm talking about. You'll immediately recognize a few of actually one of the infographics, because it's, I looked yesterday, and it's all over. You know what I mean? Like everyone uses that infographic now, and it's one that I put on my initial site design, which you'll probably recognize that as well. And when I initially made my website, I made a few videos, but I made one by the river, and then I made one showing how CBD works at the end of a neuron or a nerve cell. Like I said, I get hyper focused on something, and I don't even know what other people know about it. And so that was just one of my findings, and apparently, I don't know for sure, but it seems like that was a novel find as well. And so, those things that I did have really blossomed into a spectacular industry, which I'm extremely pleased with. I know it's kind of hard to relay these type of things on a website, so I kind of go back and forth from more intellectual tone and then to a relaxed tone, just to kind of give the same information in a different manner, as a second time. Sometimes it's a little easier to understand when it's heard through a different vernacular, a different voice. So I like to do that just so everyone that does visit the site can at least come away with something that's that benefits them, you know what I mean? Let's see. Yeah, one of the huge reasons why I haven't made any videos in a while is I've run into some trouble with my teeth. They're in bad shape. So when I made those videos, actually they were in really bad shape. As you could probably tell, I just wasn't feeling too well. But I knew that it was more important to make the videos at the time that I did and get the information out than how much pain I was in or how bad I felt. Like in the second video, I mispronounced epilepsy, and I laughed, but I wasn't laughing at epilepsy. I was laughing at how I've never mispronounced a word that, especially that word. That was like the most key word of that whole presentation, which, I just did on the spot. I didn't really plan it, kind of like what I'm doing now. I just got up there and started talking about it, and I wanted to show how it worked, in a nice, easy to understand manner. And the most important word of everything, the whole video was epilepsy, and I couldn't say it because one of my teeth had broken the day, like I don't know how many days before, but it broke in half and was at a point, and it kept cutting into my tongue. And man, so you know, you can see me. If I'll put the original video on the site again, and you can see what I'm talking about. So you guys, everyone that saw that and thought that I was laughing at epilepsy, I was laughing at myself for not being able to pronounce the key word in my presentation there. So I know it's a year later, but I apologize to anyone that was offended. Let's see. I tend to use strange passwords now. I forget them sometimes. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, I use a different email today. Oh, why not? Oh, go Astros. That's my team. So stoked they won. Let's see what we got here. Jose Altuve is the man. Oh, that's my good buddy Jesse Merle. He's over there in LA. He actually graduated with me with the same degree, a pre-med degree, and went back and decided to do acting. So now he's an actor over there in LA. So anybody over there, hit him up. His name is Jesse Merle, and yeah. Let's see, he just got over there a couple months ago. And his girlfriend. Let's see. Oh yeah. And so what we'll do is we'll do a search for cannabidiol. Let's see. Here we go. The first one we got has 1,075 likes. So this is the one, yeah. So this, I think, is the first one that was ever created. Our first CBD awareness, page or whatever that was created. So you may recognize this infographic. This is the first one I ever put on there. Because yeah, I found it, and I think in 13, and or near the end of 13. I don't know. The time frame really doesn't matter much. It's just, I mean, it's such a spectacular representation of the different molecules within. It's not all the molecules, but it's the most prevalent. And this pie chart represents how many different diseases or afflictions that each of the major molecules within the within the plant, what they can treat. So as you can see here, THC is nice and gets you all high if you like to be high, but it actually only has, it only has a few, as you can see, a few health benefits. And it really struck me as something, something great, right? This is kind of what inspired me. When I found this, it inspired me to go ahead and create the site and begin getting the word out to, especially for epilepsy patients, because I have personal experience with it, knowing how difficult it is to watch someone experience something like that. And when I saw this, so what we got here is immunosuppressive, anti-inflammatory, bone stimulant, analgesic, intestinal prokinetic, anti-psoriatic for psoriasis, anti-diabetic, for diabetes, antibacterial,
let's see, anti-proliferative, anti-cancer. That means it causes the cells to go into apoptosis, which is in cancer the cells begin to proliferate. You know, like a certain spot or a certain mechanism will make the cells, you know, just begin to make a plethora of cells. So you'll get like a spot where there's too many cells. So what an anti-proliferative is, I've had those teeth removed, so you know, it's still a little difficult for me to pronounce stuff, but it doesn't cause any pain. So